For Cullen and Brandon, last time you guys faced Dartmouth, they ended your season. So what's this game going to be like Friday night? Is it revenge or you've moved on from the last year?
No, you definitely use it as fuel. At the end of the day, you want to take whatever you can to fire yourself up for the game, and if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. We just want to make sure we get the job done.
Brandon?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Like, we know what they did to us last year, so we're going to use that to fuel us for this game coming up.
What do you remember about those two games up in Hanover? I mean, how disappointing was it? I mean, it was both close games. You guys had chances to win both of those games.
Yeah, it was obviously heartbreaking losing, like knowing as the seniors' last games there, but yeah, it's just not great memories looking back on it. We know they're a hardworking team, so we got to make sure we're working hard when it comes to the game.
Colin, what are your thoughts about those two games last year?
Yeah, I mean, they're a structured, disciplined team. They're going to work hard, and we need to be ready for that on Friday night.
Yeah, starting down the line, this is looking at the standings. You kind of have these two teams right behind you with Colgate in between. So just how important is this weekend to kind of putting some separation between you guys and staying in that top four?
Yeah, I mean, I try to preach it every day to the guys that every game we play from now on out is the most important game of the year. It doesn't matter who we play; it is going to be the most important because the race is so tight, and we want to make sure that we're giving ourselves a chance to be in that top four and have a bye in the playoffs. So,
yeah, I'd agree with that. Like every game we know it's 3 points, like 6 point swing potentially. So if we can win all these games, like they're all playoff games now at this point. So.
Yeah, I think it's kind of all been said. I think I'm really learning how tight our conference is, and yeah, every game just holds so much weight. So just being as prepared as possible.
Sean? You there, Sean?
Yeah, I'm good, guys. You guys kind of asked my questions.
Okay. Cullen, how big was that last Saturday? You had the 3-1 lead at Clarkson. You lost 5-3. You guys came out with, I guess, some anger, scoring 5 first-period goals. I mean, how big was it to be able to come back, split the weekend, and you're 3-1 in 2025 right now?
Yeah, I think it's just important to keep the train rolling. I think we're a team that's confident in our scoring ability, and we need to just keep that belief going throughout the rest of the season. We don't want to get too high or too low. I think that's really important. We have a offensively gifted group, I believe, so we just need to believe in each other and make sure we take care of our structure and our D zone. And I think we'll keep winning games.
Brandon?
Yeah, pretty much. Like obviously that 5-3 loss to Clarkson wasn't too great. We blew that 3-1 lead, but to bounce back like we did against St. Lawrence in that first period was good. But again, probably shouldn't be letting up 5 goals a game either. So there's some positives and negatives to take from that.
One positive for you, Lucas, you got your first start in your college career. When did you know, and how nervous were you when you found out?
I think I got told right before we ate lunch and did pre-scout. So definitely a bit nervous, maybe hard to get some food down right away. But I mean, I've been wanting it, and I was super excited more than anything. Yeah.
How much did it relax you that your teammates scored 5 first-period goals there? Does that make it a lot easier for you?
They definitely made my job pretty easy there. I think at that point when you get up early, it just becomes about managing momentum. You know the other team's going to come with a push, so yeah, I think like you said, it's nice knowing that you have a group that's going to score goals for you, and yeah, they took care of me, so it was nice.
Would it have been nice to get a start or two maybe during the non-conference season? That way you could have gotten your feet wet a little bit instead of. I know you did replace Kyle in one of the games early in the season, but to be able to get a start and play a full 60, you think it would have been easier for you and been maybe less nervous going to your first start being a conference game?
Yeah, I think obviously in a perfect world it would have been great, but it's out of my control, and I think with the hot start we had, Kyle, he's earned everything he's gotten, and he's led us in a great direction, and will continue to do so. So I don't really think that way. I just try to be ready for it.
Calling me, how well do you think he played Saturday?
Yeah, I actually watched the game back, and I think he really stepped up when we needed him to. Like I said, we got up 5 goals, but sometimes there was times where our structure and our D zone fell apart a little bit, and I think he came up with some pretty big saves. There's a couple shots that they got in the slot and came up big. So I mean, I couldn't be happier for him.
Brandon, how important is it to have knowing that Lucas can do the job in case Kyle gets hurt or stumbles down there?
It's great to know that we have two very capable goalies, three even. Like Sherrod's really good as well, so it just puts a lot of confidence in our group.
Lucas, I want to ask you. You're from California, right near the wildfires. How's your family? Has your family been affected by it?
Yeah, actually, my cousin and her boyfriend had to evacuate their home. They live near Beverly Hills, so they were pretty close to it. Other than that, my family's been pretty much okay. We're sort of out of the way except for them. So, but they're doing okay and haven't lost any of their property. And I just am thinking of everybody back home, not just my family. So it's obviously sad, but no, they're doing okay.
How close are they to some of those wildfires?
They were pretty close, within a few miles. My grandparents are maybe 20 miles from it. And where my parents live now, they're pretty far. They're up in Northern California-ish area, so they're kind of out of the way.
So, but you still have some family in that area.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
Relatively
I mean, how much has that been weighing on your mind? Obviously, you got to worry about school. You got to worry about playing hockey. I mean, how much has that been?
It's been okay. I think it's nice taking solace knowing everyone's safe. At least my family anyway. But it's obviously tragic to see how it's affecting people. But I'm confident in the community. Like we've dealt with things like this pretty frequently, so I'm not too worried about it getting out of hand.
Where your parents live now in Northern California?
They live in Mammoth Lakes.
Where's that near?
Sort of near Yosemite National Park, that whole like Sierra Nevada region.
So you when school's over, you'll go back there?
Yeah, I get to spend some time up there. It's pretty nice.